Bulgaria is a Balkan nation with diverse terrain encompassing Black Sea coastline, a mountainous interior and rivers, including the Danube. A cultural melting pot with Greek, Slavic, Ottoman, and Persian influences, it has a rich heritage of traditional dance, music, costumes, and crafts. At the foot of domed Vitocha mountain is its capital city, Sofia, dating to the 5th century BC. Bulgaria's #1 export is copper at $3.5 billion. Germany, Romania, Italy, and Greece are all important too. You can see how much on screen. Sofia, Bulgaria and Burgas are the main export hubs. From now on, this extra info feel free to watch. This is a history lesson now. Things: Bulgaria is known for #1 Black Sea beaches, #2 ski resorts, #3 Plovdiv, one of the oldest cities in the world, #4 home of the Thracians, #5 rose oil, #6 hot springs, #7 Bulgarian yogurt, #8 Cyrillic script. Bulgaria also is the oldest civilization to manufacture gold. They have also sent their national anthem in the Voyager golden record Vilia Balkanska. The history of Bulgaria can be traced from the first settlements on the lands of modern Bulgaria to its formation as a nation-state, and includes the history of the Bulgarian people and their origin. The earliest evidence of hominid occupation discovered in what is today Bulgaria date from at least 1.4 million years ago. Around 5000 BC, a sophisticated civilization already existed which produced some of the first pottery, jewelry and golden artifacts in the world. After 3000 BC, the Thracians appeared on the Balkan Peninsula. In the late 6th century BC, parts of what is nowadays Bulgaria, in particular the eastern region of the country, came under the Persian Achaemenid Empire. 2. In the 470s BC, the Thracians formed the powerful Odrysian kingdom which lasted until 46 BC, when it was finally conquered by the Roman Empire. 3. During the centuries, some Thracian tribes fell under ancient Macedonian and Hellenistic, and also Celtic domination. This mixture of ancient peoples was assimilated by the Slavs, who permanently settled on the peninsula after 500 AD. Meanwhile, in 632 the Bulgars formed an independent state north of the Black Sea that became known as Great Bulgaria under the leadership of Kubra. Pressure from the Khazars led to the disintegration of Great Bulgaria in the second half of the 7th century. One of Kubra's successors, Asparuk, migrated with some of the Bulgar tribes to the area around the Danube Delta, and subsequently conquered Scythia Minor and Mysia Inferior from the Byzantine Empire, expanding his new kingdom further into the Balkan Peninsula. The crucial Battle of Ongla in 680, the peace treaty with Byzantium in 681, and the establishment of a permanent Bulgarian capital at Pliska south of the Danube marked the beginning of the First Bulgarian Empire. The new state brought together Thracian remnants and Slavs under Bulgar rule, and a slow process of mutual assimilation began. In the following centuries Bulgaria established itself as a powerful empire, dominating the Balkans through its aggressive military traditions, which led to development of a distinct ethnic identity. 5. Its ethnically and culturally diverse people united under a common religion. In the 11th century, the First Bulgarian Empire collapsed under Rus and Byzantine attacks, and became part of the Byzantine Empire until 1185. Then, a major uprising led by two brothers, Ozan and Peter of the Ozan dynasty, restored the Bulgarian state to form the Second Bulgarian Empire. After reaching its apogee in the 1230s, Bulgaria started to decline due to a number of factors, most notably its geographic position which rendered it vulnerable to simultaneous attacks and invasions from many sides. A peasant rebellion, one of the few successful such in history, established the swineherd Ivilo as a czar. His short reign was essential in recovering, at least partially, the integrity of the Bulgarian state. A relatively thriving period followed after 1300, but ended in 1371, when factional divisions caused Bulgaria to split into three small tsardoms. By 1396, they were subjugated by the Ottoman Empire. The Turks eliminated the Bulgarian system of nobility and ruling clergy, and Bulgaria remained an integral Ottoman Empire territory for the next 500 years. With the decline of the Ottoman Empire after 1700, signs of revival started to emerge. The Bulgarian nobility had vanished, which defined Bulgaria's militaristic approach to regional affairs and its allegiance to Germany in both world wars. After World War II, Bulgaria became a communist state, with Todor Zhivkov serving as General Secretary of the Bulgarian Communist Party for a period of 35 years, sparking rapid economic development, increased life expectancies, and a heavier focus on industry. Bulgaria's economic advancement during the era came to an end in the 1980s, and the collapse of the communist system in Eastern Europe marked a turning point for the country's development. A series of crises in the 1990s left much of Bulgaria's industry and agriculture in shambles, although a period of relative stabilization began with the election of Simeon Saxe-Coburg-Gotha as Prime Minister in 2001. Bulgaria joined NATO in 2004 and the European Union in 2007. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something.